Take a ride with me as we tour part of the campus of Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, Florida. So I'm beginning this journey right here. That cross street we just passed was Orange Avenue, because if we had turned left there, that's actually what I consider to be the beginning of the FAMU campus, because that's where FAMU DRS, the Developmental Research School, is located. And if we had turned on that next street, we'd pass by FAMU DRS, which is like a high school. I think it even might have a middle school and elementary school too, but it's exactly what it sounds like, developmental research. So it's connected to FAMU School of Education. We're passing a plaza on the right that has the nearest grocery store, Food for Less. I would still say the campus is in a bit of a food desert. On the other side, like diagonally across, is a Greenwise grocery store. But if you've ever been to Greenwise, it's like the high-end version of Publix, and it can be pretty pricey for college students. And then over to the left, we're passing by where there are dorms located. You can't really see them on the screen now, but I just wanted to give you an idea of the context, the city in which FAMU is set. So you see we've got gas stations, some stores. There was a vape shop on the right. There is some more stores on the left, a beauty supply store on the right. And then we're getting into housing around campus. We're about to make this turn to go closer to the campus. Maryland Fried Chicken's on the right. It didn't even last a year. I never went to that location, but I visited another, and I could see why it didn't survive in Tallahassee. But that's a story for another time. We are going up this street called Barberville Drive. There is a house on the right that you see right now, that grayish looking house. There used to be a recording studio in the basement that I visited a few times. Also stories that I will tell you later. But now this is parking, actually not official parking, but you see all these cars parked here. Notice where the curb is yellow and where it is not. This is a major street for parking for those who don't pay to park on campus. Now we're at Martin Luther King Drive. You're looking at the architecture building on the left and Perry Page building to the right, the one with all of the windows. That is where entomology, criminal justice, sociology, those departments are located. And this housing on the right is not FAMU housing, but students do live there. And then we're still passing that Perry Page building. ROTC is located there. The Baptist student group meets in the church up that hill to the right. And now you are looking at the newest thing to come to campus, or one of the newest, the Will Packer Amphitheater. That was that disc-looking green thing on the right. And if we had gone straight ahead, we can't. The FAMU shuttles can, but it takes you closer to the main part of the campus, where you would find the Eternal Flame, the library. There's like a yard you see on most campuses. We just passed the Career Center on the right, and then what we're looking at are fine arts. We've got a building where music courses, the band practices, more fine arts further to the right, and then here I think this is a band practice room. It's just a parking lot to my left, but the building we're looking at straight ahead to the left with the green fire escape stairwell, that is the back, or this is the side of that Perry Page building I just mentioned, not to be confused with BL Perry, the building to the right across the street. That is mostly a classroom building where the larger classes are held because they have auditoriums. And then to the left, that's still that Perry Page building. And now that means we're passing architecture here on the left. We've got some greenhouses on the right, but I'm not sure which department that is. And then we are coming to the end of the street. This is considered on campus, so there's still campus buildings on the right and also on the left, but straight ahead is one of the newest dorms to be built. I had to pause here for a second because I saw these guys putting together this fence, and they looked like they were struggling a little bit, so I just wanted to watch them and try to see if they knew what they were doing, because I wasn't quite sure. But back behind there is where the band practices. If we had made a right turn, that's where the campus recreation center is located down that hill. And then if we had made another right, then we would be on the part of the campus where the stadium is. So headed back down the street, there is housing to the right, but that's not on-campus housing. This is a neighborhood of single family homes and mostly older homes. And then there was a parking lot to the left. But this area with all of these older single family homes, I think you would find a lot of students living here because a lot of these houses are quite large. Sometimes I see them listed, with, 5 or 6 bedrooms, and sometimes they're already set up for multifamily living for multiple students, to be in there and have their own bedroom, bathroom, the essentials. We are approaching South Adams Street. That's the same street we were on before. That's the street that we started on. But when we make this left turn, you'll have a chance to see again some of the stores that are around campus. The one directly across from us, this property is listed for sale, and it's next to the beauty supply store. That beauty supply store has been there for a few years, so I think it's doing pretty well. And I already told you about the fate of the not so great Maryland fried chicken. We are still on the eastern side of campus, and on the left where the brick fencing is, that is the president's home where they have a lot of special events. And then to the right, Dick Mondale's used to be Checkers. Back to the left, that taller building up on the hill used to be FAMU Hospital, but now it serves to host the administrative offices for campus. And the very green area at the corner is a brick sign that says Florida A&M University, and it has beautiful landscaping and a historic marker. A lot of people go over there to take photos, but I'm turning right into Olean's to give me a delicious soul food breakfast.